Hello, this is Pastor Chad. I just wanted to come to you. It's Wednesday, as we are going to have a couple announcements and get you caught up on a couple things that are going on here at the church, especially in light of this last week and everything going on. So one of those things we want to remind you is this Sunday we will be back in service, back in in-person service over in the LEC. They're supposed to be starting on our windows very soon. I think last time we heard they got delayed a little bit, so instead of starting this week, they're going to be starting on Monday. So we're excited about that. The windows in the sanctuary. Hopefully we'll get that done in a timely manner. So we are going to have those fixed and done well. So with all that going on, though, we'll still be in the LEC having one service at 11 o'clock. So if you can't make the service, know that you can stream the service. It'll be streamed this Sunday at 11:02. So we will be back in person. We took this past Sunday off. We're taking today off on our evening Bible study as well due to COVID. With everything going on with that, we want to make sure you stay safe. And when I say due to COVID, we actually had a active case in the sanctuary and in small groups. Again, as Jordan has said earlier, if you were in contact with that person, you've been contacted. So if you haven't been contacted, no worries, you're good to go. But with all that going on, we will be meeting safely in person, spaced out again. And I just want to say thankful to all of you, to the Sunday school teachers, small group teachers, everybody who's helped us out in this process. What's been amazing is that especially with the precautions we've taken, whether it's wearing a mask, whether it's staying 6 feet apart, even with having some people who didn't know at the time when they came that they had COVID, we've been able to contact trace that and do a good job in contacting you and keeping you safe in that, and keeping the spread very, very, very minimal. And we're very thankful for everyone who's been helped us out in that process, and we ask that you continue to be patient. But also don't give up on coming together, don't give up on working together as we continue to go through this process. So that is a big announcement that this Sunday we'll be back in person in the LEC. Also, with that going on, several other things. This Saturday, we're having a drive-in. We're going to be working with the Chamber of Commerce, in which we are a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And so we're going to be hosting a drive-in showing the movie It's a Wonderful Life. That will start at 7 p.m. You can park in front of the sanctuary, and we'll have that all set up for you so that you can come out and bring your family and have a good time to do that. So a nice little fellowship that you can do. Also want to make you aware of December the 13th, that Sunday morning. We'll be having our regular service in the LEC, followed immediately by our Christmas dinner, our Christmas lunch that we have every year. So we're going to do that this year again. Crackle Barrel is going to be catering that. We're excited about that and the food and having some good fellowship, but we'll do that in a safe way, asking everybody to social distance as they go through the line. We'll make sure that the line is done in such a way that only people who are practicing the COVID protocols will be handling the food. And so we're excited to be able to offer that and to do that again this year. And finally, on December the 24th, Christmas Eve, yes, we're going to have Christmas Eve service. It will be here in the sanctuary, assuming our windows are completed by then, which we do think they will be. So that's going to happen on December 24th, 6 p.m. Come as you are. If you've opened up gifts and you already got your Christmas clothes on or your Christmas pajamas, you can come in that, or you can come in whatever you wear. So, but bring your family. We'll have a good time as we celebrate the coming of Jesus Christ and Christmas and what the true season is all about. So as we continue that tradition here at Smithville FBC. So that is going on there. Starting this Sunday, you'll also be able to, if you want to do the Christmas cards and bring your Christmas cards, we'll have the mailbox that we usually use every year over in the LEC so that you can start doing that as well. So several things going on, and we're excited about that. We're going to wrap up this session here tonight, as this airs tonight, as we talk about missions. And Lottie Moon, this is Lottie Moon Prayer Week. We hope you've been watching the videos and using the prayer guide. And today we're going to end this video by showing you today's video for the Lottie Moon. This year, our goal for Lottie Moon is $5,000. Last year, we gave a little bit less than that, so we're hoping to give at least $5,000. And remember, every penny, every single penny of the Lottie Moon Christmas offering, it doesn't stay here. It goes directly overseas to our missionaries to help them to further the gospel, to preach and to teach and to share the gospel literally all over the world. So what a wonderful offering this is. What a wonderful ministry this is. And as we support our ministries through the Southern Baptist Convention, through the cooperative program, and the International Mission Board. So all this, every dime of this goes directly to those missionaries who are serving for us and that we also get to serve alongside. So God is doing wonderful things. We got, even this Friday, we got some stuff going on at the Hope Center. So if you're interested in jumping in on that, let me know, and we're going to be out there serving. This is our regular week to serve at the Hope Center to be able to share the gospel to those people as well too. So God is doing great things. Tonight we will not be having service in person. So I ask that you, in lieu of that you begin to really pray for our missionaries, begin to pray for our church, begin to pray for our country, and also our community as we continue to battle COVID, as we begin to battle everything going on around us. This year has just not been what we thought it would be. I don't think anybody thought that. But as we go through this, as we wrap up this year, we wrap up this season, let us remember that, and this is something we'll talk about this Sunday morning in worship, but let us remember that just because things aren't the way we want, just because things aren't the way that we wish they were, doesn't mean that God's not there. It doesn't mean that God cannot work in the midst of this. We don't have to wait to things to get back to completely normal before we start doing God's work. And so I hope to challenge you that this Sunday. That's what we're going to be talking about a lot this Sunday, but about how we can see God being revealed, God being proclaimed, and what we do with that. So I challenge you to come, bring a friend as we talk about who's your one, as we also talk about what it means to know the one. So that's going on this weekend. That's what's going on this month. Right now, we're going to end this time and this video here, so that with a video showing of our Lottie Moon. When that is over, if you'll just take some time and just use the time we have tonight to pray for our missionaries, pray for our church, pray for our country, pray for unity, pray for the gospel, and pray that we will continue to grow as disciples in sharing that gospel. So hope you have a great day, a great evening. We'll be back here throughout the week also sharing some other announcements, but wanted to come to you today for sure to let you know what's going on and how you can stay connected. So hope you have a great day. God bless and enjoy this video.
We have certain stories in the New Testament, like the parable of the lost sheep, where you leave 99 to go find the one. And so God doesn't forsake that one lost sheep. You have these small micro people groups where the gospel has not flowed yet because of geography, because of distance, because of cost, because of culture, because of racism. I really feel that these micro peoples are part of his heart to go after all the sheep, to go after that remnant. In the Amazon, you can go a day without seeing another living soul, which is kind of freaky. But a lot of the reason why you can't see people is because they're hidden. These are hidden peoples, small in population, widely dispersed. They have centuries of bloody history where they've been exploited. They're animists. They believe in spirits. When you live that way, you tend to be dominated by fear. I see marginalized people, I see forgotten people, I see invisible people that are in desperate need of the gospel. The area is massive, and so to get from where I live, which is already a jungle city, I have to get into a land plane and fly to another port city, and then the next day we get in a boat, and in this slow boat we travel sometimes 3 days to get to where we're going.
Because we're going into areas where the gospel's not, sometimes it just takes time.
But recently we have noticed just God opening some doors. God has been working to send out missionaries, indigenous men and women, where there's no evangelical presence. A well-trained and called indigenous man will be much more effective. They tend to be able to get into hard-to-reach areas without government restrictions. You have fewer language limitations. A lot of my work is training them. So if I want to teach an indigenous man how to do storying, he has to see me do it first. Then after a while of walking alongside, he's very capable at that point. One partner in particular, he wants to go work with a group that has killed outsiders that have walked in. He's like, I don't care. God's told me to go do it. And this is such a 180 from most indigenous culture that you have to look at him and say, God brought this change to this man. You do see families coming to Christ. You do see village headmans getting permission to come in.
It really confirms everything that we're out there to do, to go out and make disciples of all nations. When we have those things happen, we sit back and go, okay, this is what it's all about.
They can go and they can teach others, and those people can teach others. I want to see this momentum like a wave through the jungle where I can say, look, I didn't see it happen. I wasn't there, but I know the gospel has reached these dark corners.
When supporters of the Lottie Moon Christmas offering gives, it allows us to do things like buy an outboard motor that gets us upriver, to get equipment that we need to help us stay out there in the jungle.
I've been supported by Lottie Moon. Y'all's generosity is a luxury that I never want to take for granted. So I want to say thank you for that. God is faithful in the hard times as he is in the good times, and our mandate doesn't change. These people groups in the jungle, you could be born, live, and die without ever hearing the name of our Savior. So someone has to go, because if we don't go, no one's going to go. If we don't train people to go, no one's going to go. It's worth it.